If you want to look like a Super Saiyan, start with a fucking haircut, my man.
Well, hold on.
I thought they
Super
had
Saiyan hairstyle. Super
Oh,
Saiyan
they have
3.
mullet.
White or something?
Is it white trash Ball Z?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry. All right, you guys. My name is Chase. We're the Kansas City Boys. We're the KC Boys. I lied to your face because Kansas City. And don't worry, the kind of disgusting nasally sound. I watched a video that I recorded earlier, and it sounds gross, but we're all sick here. Steven.
All three of these girls have been coughing up a storm, hawking loogies left and right since they came back from.
Even before France, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the bed bugs.
Steven's patient zero. He made out with me and Blakeston in a three-way. No, that's I can't even make jokes because you guys will get mad.
Yeah, we took him to France for the Eiffel Tower.
Me and Steven personally.
I'm Blakeston.
Blakeston and I personally showed Steven the Eiffel Tower. He had
That's
never
true.
seen it, so as good friends, why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we take him to France too to do it?
But we traveled.
It was quite. Yeah.
We traveled for a week in Europe, and now we're all sick.
Good trip though. Good Euro trip.
Good Eurostep trip.
Yeah, thanks, patient zero, for giving us leprosy.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
They have nonstop that.
And don't let us get laughing. If we start laughing, it'll get even worse.
It's
Yep.
true. It engages our call.
And me not once for buff reasons.
Yeah, buff immune
No,
system.
just because you don't hang out with us.
Oh yeah, that's what it is, Kyle.
We were swapping spit on Saturday via drinkage.
It's true. It's true. Yep.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for your support across all of the socials. If you haven't, go check out the Patreon. We put our best behind the scenes shit there, and exclusive content and exclusive engagement that we only do there. On another note, we are making the final 2024 Sexy Mover calendar.
The grand finale.
Boy, is it going to be good.
And then it was a good run.
Boy,
think
oh,
we're-
it really
there's been a couple people asking when it's going to be ready because they've pre-ordered it for a couple months. I think we're 8 months down, and so we should, 7 months down.
7 months down.
But we're acquiring all the things that we need for these final shoots, so we should get them done here soon. They should be done and ready to be shipped off mid-November to end of November for the holiday season.
We got some good behind the scenes stuff. We just did December recently, and it was good stuff.
We've been recording as we're doing these sexy photo shoots, and I just posted a 30-minute-ish video of behind the scenes yesterday where we're all scantily clad to our Patreon. So if you want to get that footage, definitely the production value of the calendar is better than it's ever been, and it's sexier than it's ever been. I mean, my God, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, Chase looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, Blakeston looks hot.
Hey, thanks.
Anyways, what are we talking about today, boys?
Fitness.
Fitness what?
Good one.
Industry. Fitness industry.
In your ass.
Good job about it.
Yeah, good job about fitting these nuts in your mouth.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about fitness. It's a big thing. It's a thing that all of us. It's a big part of all of our lives.
And if it's not a big part of your life, it should be. I
Might
mean,
as
it shouldn't.
well.
It doesn't have to be, but it should be a small part of your life.
it should be a big part of your life. Be better.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I take it back.
If it's a
But
small,
it is good for you.
yeah, it should be a small
No,
part
seriously,
of
it
your life.
will make you better.
Yeah. At things.
I'm with you.
I saw this thing. This dude was talking about. He doesn't work out for any reason other than to look good when he has sex.
Yeah,
And I was like, that's a
baby.
good point. Yeah.
That's giving American Psycho vibes, where he's
Yeah.
staring at himself in the mirror and flexing and fucking. Yeah, that gives me.
Getting it to himself.
Yeah.
Getting
Speaking
his
of
to his.
speaking of that just reminded me. I just watched the Fall of House Usher on Netflix.
I don't know what that is.
It's a new show based on Edgar Allan Poe's, like The Raven, like all that stuff. Like the people die in the tragedy, just like Edgar Allan Poe. But anyways,
You
One of
said Usher. I'm only thinking of
Yeah.
Usher.
that's
Gotta
why I
let it
didn't
burn.
watch.
It's the like a name, the Fall of the House of Usher.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and that's why I didn't watch it because I was thinking Usher, but it's not that Usher.
Which hold on.
Yeah.
yeah, I like Usher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's performing at the
Anyways,
Super
yeah.
Bowl.
to the point.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
scene where somebody dies because they have a mirror above their bed and behind their bed, and she's like going crazy. Anyways, she breaks the mirror, the glass falls and like impales her in the neck, and then I was like, oh yeah, I would
Severs the
never.
old
I
neck.
literally thought I was like, I will never have a mirror above my bed or by my bed. For what if you get too crazy in the bedroom
Right.
and you're just looking at yourself and then you're dead?
I would be very scared of it.
Or if there's an
Forward.
earthquake and you're sleeping.
Yeah,
Boom,
dude, no
baby.
way.
Um,
Back
I'm
to
sh-
fitness.
I'm sure there's ways to fix that, but yeah, Edgar Allan Poe's a gangster, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fitness. It should. I mean, it's a pretty big part of our lives. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be a big part of other people's lives, but I mean, I think it should be a small part of other people's lives. So a little bit goes a long way.
For just a little health and longevity reasons.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I will, I'll start with a little anecdote for me. And it's not even an anecdote.
I know
It's a
what
good
an
word,
anecdote
though.
is, so I can tell you if it is or isn't whatever that word is.
Yeah. No, so
Kyle, go.
a huge part of our entire friendship and a lot of the things that we do as friends, you think about it, revolved around fitness. I mean, not so much recently. I don't know if we're phasing out of it, but I mean, historically, we're scheduling hanging out around the gym. We're scheduling hanging out around sports. And, you know, even when we go on vacation, we're finding gyms and scheduling our vacation time around doing things like that to be able to get fitness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's true.
It's a big part of what we do.
That's how I met all these guys.
Oh,
I
yeah.
met them at the gym. I was
You wouldn't be
working at
friends
the
with
gym.
any of us without fitness.
Mm-hmm. I was working at the good old-fashioned YMCA, and met Chase and Steven.
As a
and
janitor, why were you working there?
I was a personal trainer.
Oh,
fuck
the
yeah.
accolades.
Oh.
A certified personal trainer through
of-
NASM,
Oh, so actually accredited.
Not to be confused
North
with
American
orgasm.
Savings Metronome. And
Good one.
it's National Academy of Science and Medicine, I think. And
So essentially, you're a professional in fitness.
something to that effect.
What, there's nothing-
The residential expert, if you will.
There's nothing in fitness in the name.
Resident.
Is the only
expert.
thing it does is fitness? Why does it not have fitness or anything about fitness or exercise in there?
What is the things you just said?
You said it was national something of science and medicine, but
It's-
it deals with fitness and
that's
exercise?
the accreditation that you can. That's the organization that you can get accreditations through. It's one
Okay.
of the many.
Okay,
You can
okay.
get through ACE, which is a different.
Watch your ace, buddy.
There's like hundreds of different ones. There's really cheap ones. that
They
you
do
can take.
hardware.
those,
too.
there's the recognized one.
Yeah, the
Fitness and
NASM and
hardware,
ACE are the
fuck.
two. NASM is the hardest test for personal training. It's like a 40% pass rate or 60% pass
So
rate.
anybody who knows their shit, like if you were gonna go work at a gym or something like that, if they know their shit, they're asking about that one. They're not asking about these podunk mom and pop shop
They
accreditations.
well, people don't really ask for your credit. I mean, like if you're getting hired.
if you were going to get hired for that job.
Yeah, there's like probably 5 or 6 that like are universally used.
Okay.
And if you just do some like cheap one, some gyms won't hire you because they want you to be
Yeah,
accredited
It
through.
means
yeah.
nothing.
But that and ACE are definitely the two that
Like my degree.
you can get hired anywhere. Obviously, if they want to hire you, but that won't be the thing that stands in
The
way.
old my buddy Leroy told me I did a good job. That accreditation
Yeah.
doesn't hold much water.
Yeah, and it was. I remember I bought the thing. It was like $800, and it gave you a year to study for it. So they gave you this big thing, and you had to study. It was a whole thing. And
Nice.
I was going to school for fitness and wellness at the time, and I didn't study for it at all until like a week before I was gonna take it. And I got tired of waiting, tired of procrastinating, so I just took the test and passed.
Oh
It's pretty
yeah,
cool.
buddy.
Smarty
Yeah,
pants.
I was like, it was a proctored
40%.
exam. You had to hide in a room and not have your phone, and you had to have someone recording you if you know what proctored means, and it's a whole thing.
40% pass rate. I didn't even study. Whatever, dude.
I
Okay,
studied
genius of the
by
mad variety.
going to school for it.
Oh,
you
so
know.
you're an expert in fitness.
Fit in what? Fitness what?
Yeah,
How many
fit-
times we're gonna
fitness-
make this joke a lot, so
yeah,
be
I gotta
prepared.
stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
shut up your
Well,
mouth.
that's pretty fucking cool, dude. And yeah, it did bring us together. And Steven.
Now you guys
Thank
are
you for fitness.
Now you guys are roommates.
Thank you for letting me fitness.
we're back.
All right. No, it's definitely been a huge part. That's where we met, and that was during I had a
Existential
minor
crisis.
I had a minor little depressive state, only for like a little bit, and I started working out because I didn't want to have a blank slate body anymore. I
And I
wanted
take responsibility for that because I made fun of him for having a bike tire around
Bike tire,
his
that-
waist.
It would have been a car tire if I didn't get my act together. It was a little bicycle tire, and I was like, "Yo, that doesn't look very good."
You look good. By the time I met you, I remember I at one point I said, like, how do I get in shape like you? How do I get lean like you, or whatever? And you said, oh, just break up with your girlfriend and you'll be depressed and you'll work out. So
Get out of a long-term relationship, and then that depressive state will hit. And it's kind of a little combo. At first, it's depressive, which just makes you not want to eat. But then it can turn into motivation. You're like, oh, I'm going to get my revenge body back. So then you got a little depressive, not eating as much and working out really hard. And that was a good little combination for it was about 1 year. And then it was a complete transformation. So.
yeah, baby.
And now I just work out because I want to. Well, not right now during rugby season, but in general.
Yeah.
Out.
And you also did powerlifting, right?
Yep, I did powerlifting. So I played college soccer for 3 years.
Collegiately.
And then at the collegiate level with other collegiate athletes.
In
And
college.
Then, yep. And then I my senior year, I did an internship as an assistant coach and ran the strength and conditioning program for a junior college soccer team, which was very cool. Learned a lot there. And then did powerlifting. Our friend Peyton was a world-class powerlifter. He got me into powerlifting
He was
shortly
like
after
ranked
that.
like 17 or something in the world, right?
He was ranked 7th in the nation
Seventh in
in the juniors category. So
seven.
I think 6th at one point. He was deadlifting close to 700 pounds, squatting 600 over 600, and benching close to 500 at one point. It was unreal.
Then his body tapped out.
So I was not nearly as good as that, but I did powerlifting. I did some meets. These guys all came and supported. It was pretty cool.
I remember we were just new friends, and I think
The
you were
first
surprised that we rolled up. I rolled up with with Steven to Blakeston's powerlifting meet, and we had a piece of cardboard that was cut from the side of a refrigerator box. So it was roughly 6 or 7 feet by 3 or 4 feet. And I put on it
Protein
Blake
equals.
I put Blake equals protein. I didn't know what to write. And I was like, this doesn't really mean anything, but everybody gets the point.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it was support.
good stuff.
People liked it. He could feel the support. And my daughter came with me, and we went to a powerlifting competition, which was your second one ever.
First, I think those are my.
I thought you did one in Springfield where you got a
You
shirt.
might be right. You might be right. I think you're right. But either way, yeah, because I was injured for that one. I couldn't squat for that one. I had to do a token squat on the one you went. But both of you brought your daughters.
Yeah.
There's
That
a
was
picture out there somewhere.
Yeah,
That
it's a
was
cool
fun.
picture.
That was what, when they were like 2?
Yeah, they were pretty
young.
like
Yeah.
2, 2.5, something like that.
That was very cool, though. We wanted the support. We wanted to put you on. But yeah, you've done.
So I did powerlifting for years, and then the cross between soccer and powerlifting was the perfect pedigree for getting into rugby, which is what Chase and Steven begged me to do for
It
years.
really is perfect. Soccer plus powerlifting
Yeah.
equals rugby player.
Yeah.
And the pure unadulterated natural athleticism and aggression.
So now I play rugby with these boys, and it's a blast. And did personal training for years. So I'm the residential expert, if you will.
Which, of
since-
course, I will. Duh.
might as well.
Yeah.
So.
Good, because I've got some questions. Overall, I did want to talk about like what fitness means to us individually. I wanted to ask you guys. I'll start just to get the ball rolling. I've noticed that, like we brought up earlier, even it has helped me tremendously. I think there is a saying, they say there's no atheist in a foxhole, and that when people are going through their saddest times, that's where they find God. They find God and start praying because they need something to hold them together. Definitely, that was fitness for me. I always worked out. Me and Steven, even Kyle, we've always worked out growing up. And just there was like a couple years where I just didn't work out.
Let himself go.
When my daughter was born, I don't know why. I don't know why
It's just funny to me
That
because
one
Kyle just doesn't look like it, but he's let himself go. He doesn't work out, but he just gets away
You
with
can't tell he let
He
himself
just gets
go,
away
no.
with it because he's hot.
I didn't mean for it to interrupt that
if
much.
us
It was
three
just
let
a
I
little
know,
ourselves
side
it's
come
just,
out.
I never
Alright.
considered it because Chase, you were like strong and buff and ripped from football in high school, and then
Yeah.
you just kind of forgot about that and turned into an average body
Which I've never seen. I've only
Which
known
is-
Chase since he's been hot.
It was like not sympathy weight necessarily, but I was with my daughter's mom and we were just living life. Like we were pretty damn happy, and for the most part, and she obviously had a baby and her body had changed, and I was just at home doing my dad thing, and we were
I was
running
very supportive of you.
and we were running the moving company, and my attention was on running the moving company with my friends, being a dad, and Fortnite. And that was
yeah, respect.
that was when Fortnite just came out, and it was when I was not working, I was at home with my family playing Fortnite.
Yep.
Like literally hanging out with my daughter, doing dad things. Definitely not. I mean, when I was going to the gym, dude, I was going, you remember, Steven, we would go up there at literally like 5 o'clock and be there until it closed at 9.
Yeah, we
We
were
would spend 3 or 4 hours a night, every single night
Yep.
at the gym, at the YMCA. I'm talking for literal years on end.
and most back in the days when I was going with these guys, it was 2 days almost. It would be like we'd go in the morning. If we didn't have work that day, we'd go in the morning and just like work out, and then we'd go and we'd play basketball for like 3-4 hours, then work out again at night. Or if we would we did have a move. It was a move all day, show up to the gym, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night and still get 2 to 3 hours in.
Fun stuff.
And Saturdays, it was 5 hours minimum at the gym.
That was my hangout spot. But yeah, I noticed that I kind of just didn't focus on that for a while. But Steven stayed consistent. This is the first time in his life, or the most inconsistent in his life he's ever been is right now. And it's still like a regular person, a few times a week here and there, what he can. But I remember Steven would still be going to the gym, and just that positive little influence of not even saying nothing, but just knowing that he's going. I remember feeling like, oh yeah, I need to fucking do something about it. And then when I went through a breakup, I was like, I need to somehow, I need this energy that I'm feeling, which is literally overpowering, and it's a massive, massive burden. I need it to translate into a something healthy. And that was go to the gym and be strict on my diet. And I would go months and months on end without having a single cheat, without having a single dessert, bread, noodle, rice, anything. And I would eat all the protein that I needed. I was getting like 200 grams of protein a day, vegetables, and I was working out diligently and just did a little transformation, guy.
You looked damn good. And that was good for me that you went through that depressive state, because I need friends to work. I'm needy. And I wanted nothing more than to work out with my friends.
I'm coming back. This is the worst shape I've been in the past 5 years, you guys. I broke my collarbone in April. And so I'm trying to, and I knew going into this that it was going to be my last rugby season with the lads. So I took it very easy. I was still going to the gym with a broken, did I say ankle?
No, you said collarbone.
My mind
Calm
is tripping
down.
out. Yeah, my mind's tripping out.
relax.
I broke my collarbone in April. Oh, I said April, not ankle. Okay, I'm a broken man.
Wow.
Relax. It's okay.
As you can tell,
Alzheimer's is kicking
he's
in.
acquired a concussion or two.
He's nerved out. No, that's just stupid, you guys. No,
yeah.
broke my collarbone in April, had surgery shortly after that. And I knew that this was going to be my last rugby season. So I took all summer to heal up and not really do too much. I was still going to the gym almost every single day, hitting the bicycle, hitting leg press. What else would I do? There was very few things that I could do with no pain. I'm literally in a sling or holding my arm up here because it hurts so fucking much. And I'm at the gym doing everything I can for like 3 months.
Seeing you go
pickleball. You did pickleball.
Oh, yeah. I was holding this shit playing pickleball.
That boy was killing it on the court
And
with
I
one arm.
But I took all summer to heal up, and now we're in the middle of rugby season, and which I don't have a lot of free time during rugby season. And when I do have free time, I'm almost always too sore. So I haven't been going to the gym, and this is the worst shape I've been in. But this is
he had
my
free
goal.
time last night.
Worst
'cause
shape
he
he's
skipped
been in.
Practice.
I did skip
You
practice.
skipped
Scumbag.
practice?
I'm a
Chase, show him the abs, you cunt.
No, leave him alone.
That boy got abs.
this
It's
is
the
all-
worst shape I've been in.
This is audio
Yeah.
only, please.
He's better than I've ever. He's better shape than I've ever been in. So
Yeah.
good for him.
Yeah, so I am going to, this is my last rugby season, and after this, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. That is my goal, is to reach my potential after this. And I've noticed it takes the discipline to put the energy into the system of, okay, I want to get better. It takes the discipline just to start it. As soon as you do the thing for that day, I've noted for myself, as soon as I go to the gym, as soon as I make my right diet choices, as soon as I get to bed on time, as soon as I have a good night's sleep, as soon as I do all the things I know I need to be doing, I instantly feel better. I instantly feel more in charge of my life. I'm more in charge of those little details. I feel satisfaction with who I am as a man. I feel satisfaction with the way I'm living life because I know I've done the hard things. And that shit is a game changer. And it's all those, I've noticed it's all those, winning all those little battles that makes the day better, which makes the week better, which makes my life better.
What's your favorite part about fitness, Kyle?
My favorite part about fitness is I ain't been doing it.
Yeah, baby.
he
Rest days.
don't need to do it. Is
So
his
he-
favorite part.
He forgot.
So no, I've had a big love-hate relationship with fitness, especially these past I don't know, like 3 or 4 years or so.
Dude.
Have been very on and off for me. I'll do like I'll have like a month or two where I'll be hitting it consistently 3, 4, 5 days a week, and then I won't even look at a gym for like 6 months.
YTF the fuck do you think that is?
You
Yeah,
don't
baby.
Need to.
If you aren't, if
'Cause
you
I
aren't
just-
watching this,
I
he's
just-
flexing right now.
Oh yeah, if you're audio only, I'm flexing.
Uh,
I just work out to look good when I'm having sex, and I just
Yeah.
look good always. So
Respect.
he
no,
came out
I,
the womb with a 6-pack.
I don't
He
know.
really did.
I think that probably does play a part in it. That I do. I'm not as big as you guys, but I do look relatively fit, and most people just assume that I work out a lot, and I don't, and so that probably plays a part in. I don't need to work out to look good. I would like to be bigger, but that's not like the end all be all for me. But it's crazy because like you're saying, when I am on it and working out, I do feel better. I do feel more productive. I get more things done. And so I don't know why that doesn't keep me in the gym to keep doing those things when I know it does help.
That's because you be running on motivation, my man.
Yeah,
you don't be running on not one goddamn ounce of discipline.
Goddamn.
It's true. I lost all my discipline when I
got married.
Yeah, maybe that was it. No,
No,
because that was like
like a
2
week
weeks.
ago.
That was like 2 weeks ago. No, I don't know, and maybe it has. When I started getting more serious with Henley, I don't know, just kind of like spent
energy into that.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with Henley. We do a lot of things together. We spend a lot of time at the house, just hanging out and kicking it that I enjoy. And it's all about like I feel like fitness and everything else in life is all about time management. You pick and choose like what's important to you at that time, and you put your energy into that. And I hang out with these guys every day. We do work, make content, sometimes not, and just hang out. Then I like to play video games, so I play video games, and then I like to
Taco Rico sometimes.
Yeah, I like to hang out with Henley, so I hang out with Henley, and then I like to make sure I get 8 hours at least of sleep.
Respect.
And it's like it's hard.
Which is valuable. Don't underestimate that shit.
There is time to
So
fit fitness in there. I do notice like a lot of days, there's a lot of times when I'm not doing things.
You could be.
That I could be,
Yeah.
or, but I don't know. I know I need to be, and one day I hope. Well, it's like the definition of insanity is
to do the same
expecting
thing.
a different outcome, doing the same shit. So I just need to make a change if I want to be in the gym.
People say that's the definition.
Insane
I
in the
highly
membrane.
doubt that's the definition, but people say that.
I looked it up. It is.
Is it?
Mhm.
It's the definition in my book.
Yep.
I have a Webster MD down there I can go get.
It's hard for me to explain even what fitness is to me because it's like it's in my DNA.
Yeah.
It's just
I
my
want to say ever since
lifestyle.
I've known you, which is damn near my whole life, you've never not been working out.
Same.
It started with my dad. My dad used to work at a gym when I was a kid, and I was just like, holy crap, I want to fucking work out. And he would never let me because obviously I was a freaking kid and you're not supposed to. But ever since I can remember, I've been begging my dad for like a weight set so I could work out. And once I got it at like,
He got you one?
yeah.
A good father.
On a move?
Don't say.
I wasn't even. Why is that funny?
I was laughing at Kyle.
Yeah.
Tell me how
Relax,
humor
relax,
works.
relax, dog. I was
was-
laughing at Kyle.
Yeah, it was my joke.
Oh, you were laughing at your.
I said a good father.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
As soon as he got his hands on a free weight set, he got me. And I was probably like 13, and I never looked back, dude. I used that damn thing relentlessly.
Is that the one that was still at the warehouse? That same one.
3 times a day, dude. Like I'm 14, 15 bench pressing like 225 for reps and shit.
Goddamn.
Yeah, never
It was
looked
built
back.
different.
And
This dude, Steven, in high school you were like, what, 185 benching 425 or something stupid? 18 years old?
Around 200. I was
That's-
closer to 200.
That's
but-
asshole behavior. You jerk.
Mhm.
It's douchebag behavior.
Yeah. Just because you're better than me is the only reason I'm saying that.
Oh no, I was just obsessed with
Yeah.
that shit and
Yeah.
just being strong, being a fucking Super Saiyan. Dragon Ball Z obviously motivated me to look out to work out, and it still does. I want to look
Yeah.
like a freaking Super Saiyan,
Yeah.
but at this point, I just do it so I don't deflate and look like
If
a
you wanna look like
rubbery
a Sup-
version of Scott.
If you want to look like a Super Saiyan, start with a fucking haircut, my man.
Well, hold on, this
I
is
thought
a
they
Super
had-
Saiyan hairstyle. Super
Oh,
Saiyan
they have
3.
mullet. White or something?
Is it white trash Ball Z?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's called Super Saiyan 3.
It's called Dragon Ball Trailer Park, is what it's
Yeah.
called.
But no, if I stopped working out today, I would shrivel up and look
We
like
know what
my,
you would look like. We got
my
Scott.
brother Scott, which is a linky twig.
Linkier than me.
Yeah.
That boy's biceps are the size of my forearms. Or
Steven,
my,
your
my
family, your
wrist.
genetics are like kind of skinny. Your genetics are skinny boy. I just realized. John
My
and Jordan
mom-
and Scott.
My mom is thick, and my dad. When they were young, they were twig. I mean, they were probably because of drugs, but they were twigged out.
Yeah.
And when they got older, they were regular thicker.
Yeah.
Like my mom, broad shoulder. My dad, thicker in the legs, and my mom has big ass calves.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just got the best of the.
That's why I
genetics,
married
think.
Henley to fix my genetics. small legs, small calf.
Dude,
my
the
kids are going to be
biggest-
set up
The
for
biggest
success.
calves I've ever seen on a human being was there was this hockey player that played goalie back in the day. I don't think he was retired or something, but literally all of our calves combined were one of his calves. It was unbelievable how they were so big, dude. Like scary
It's like-
big.
He doesn't even
Like
need
literally,
those supports on the back.
I'm joking about that.
Blakestons and
My
juices.
my quads are big for quads, as big as my quads. It was unreal. It was unreal.
He was deformed.
It was
That is a deformation.
freakishly
Yeah.
large, which
Synthol.
they have to do a lot that have to do with calves, but it's just kind of crazy. Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
That's crazy.
He was a bouncer at a bar, and he was telling me a story about how someone hit him over the head with a beer bottle, and he fought like 5 guys and beat the shit out of all of them. He's crazy. He was a psychopath.
With his calves, he beat him up with his calves.
He just
Come here and hold still.
He suffocated him with his calves.
Yeah, baby, now we're talking. I think that Blakeston, you're the expert here. Then we got plenty of questions for you because you
All right.
know science things.
I know a thing or two. We'll see what I've retained over
I
the
think
years.
that what I've noticed about fitness and information is that there seems to be so much contradictory information, specifically regarding diet.
Mhm.
What do you know about that? Tell us the end all be all right now, please.
I think I don't know where to go with that. I guess people overcomplicate things. There's so much information when it comes to fad diets or what you should do if you want this body type, or people trying to take shortcuts and being like, well, you can actually eat whatever you want. You just have to do this specific thing, and it's not that complicated or not that hard. I think the biggest thing is just make the simple decisions that are the easy decisions that are the right decisions. People ask me all the time. I had my rugby manager ask me recently, like he said, the keto diet, is it good or bad? And I was like, well, your step one is asking that when it should be, don't be drinking Diet Coke every day, or I don't know what his habits were, but generally if you're asking those questions, there's simpler things you can fix.
Yeah.
Don't snack, or if you go to the movies, don't be getting snacks and popcorn, or, get a salad as your side instead of French fries. Like simple things that are easy fixes that you just drink water instead of a Gatorade that are the easy.
One thing
easy
I
things.
heard one time that was that really stuck with me about diet was just eat a colorful diet.
Yeah.
So like if you're eating a colorful diet,
That's why you eat Takis every day?
Yeah, that's what that
Body
red
by
40, dude.
Takis?
That
Candy.
red 40 boy. But no,
Red
just
dye
like
40.
peppers. Like I've been like super into hummus lately.
Oh,
And,
so good.
That's because hummus is fire.
Yeah, it's so. I've even been looking at recipes to start making my own because the tubs they sell are just not enough. That's one sitting, and I want more.
Yeah.
But dude, I go.
It
Like,
is easy to make. My sisters make it at home.
I get like bell peppers, cucumbers, carrots, and so you bell peppers. You got orange, yellow, red, green, cucumber green, carrots orange. Just eating a colorful diet, and that'll just lead you down a route of eating
Hummus
healthier.
makes vegetables so much easier to eat.
Mhm.
Especially like you have like the veggie trays that have like come with ranch dip. Like that's okay. You get some good hummus up in that bit. You get some good
Fire.
hummus up in that bit.
And that hoe.
fire.
Do you guys have any specific questions for me about fitness?
I just hear what you
Curiosity.
kind of brought it up about the diet. There's just contradictory. I hear carnivore diet is the way, but then I hear vegetarian. I see documentaries say vegetarian diet is the way.
Well,
and I've
so-
heard science on both sides. So to me, this is my opinion, and it's quick. So let me know what your thoughts. I think there's pros and cons to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, then just being like, I think a lot of us, maybe not everyone, if you grew up with a very disadvantageous background or whatever, you may not, but I think most of us have an intuitive understanding of what's healthy and not healthy.
Yeah.
And just going off of that and just being strict and disciplined in your choices is going to lead to better results than giving into the cravings or giving into, oh, I just want this, or like a little cheat here. Cutting down those bad choices, maximizing doing the things that you need to be doing is going to lead to better results. What do you think?
Yeah. I think you're 100% right. I think the biggest thing is not everyone is the same. Everyone reacts differently to different things. So whereas, you and I might be, or Kyle and I especially, can eat the same amount of food and our bodies are going to react differently. I'm going to put on weight, whereas he would have to maybe eat double the amount to try and put on half as much weight. It's the same with any diets and any, you do the carnivore diet. Some people might thrive in that, might enjoy it, might be easy for them, and might react well when it comes to recovery and the gym and all that. Whereas
the
other
psychological
people,
aspect I didn't even think about.
yeah, and then other people Yeah, if you're an you hear a lot of bodybuilders, they talk about how miserable it is what they're eating. Obviously, they're the extreme. They're eating incredibly specific foods for a specific purpose.
And they're psychos. They're going to do it no matter what.
Yeah.
Yes, but enjoy. I mean, that's half the battle is enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah.
And to eat certain foods, certain people are going to react different ways. So I think it's just understanding what works for you, trying different things. You know, that's what I've done over the years and experimented with. And I've gone through hoops or ups and downs of being strict on certain things and trying different things and just kind of learning along the way about yourself.
Steve, what do you do when you try to make a change?
In regards to like losing weight, or what do you mean?
Changing your body, losing or gaining.
'Cause you've
I-
done
What do you
both.
do? What do you do for your diet and for exercise?
I've always experimented with my body. Hold on.
Here he goes. So it's
I've
like,
always experimented with my body, see what I can do with it, see how strong I can get, see how flexible I can get. Of course, see how athletic, explosive I can be. The way I've put on weight is just eat everything I possibly can, with supplementing with like protein shakes, at least 100 grams of protein.
I
And
remember
just
the-
protein shakes.
I remember the times when you would be texting Chase and I about how much protein you ate. This dude would be just put 17 chicken breasts on my pizza, 3,000 grams of protein.
right here in this bite per
Yeah.
bite.
But I've done the opposite in regards to losing weight. So I've gained like, it was like 40 pounds I put on in a matter of 2 months. And then I did the opposite where just trying to figure out how to lose weight and see what works best for me, which was intermittent fasting
Starvation.
and or starvation. But I never even knew what like my caloric intake threshold, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I just kind of did what I thought would work and what was getting me results.
Mhm.
And I've gone as far as to go a week without fucking eating. That's how I lost the most weight. I don't
He
recommend
does
it.
not recommend this.
I don't recommend
None of
it
us recommend
whatsoever.
this.
I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, it
I
was
vaguely remember this.
it was while we were moving furniture, still out in the
Yeah.
field.
On a side note,
Jesus.
I did watch this YouTube video about this guy who weighed several hundred pounds. I think it was close to 400 pounds, and he went over a year without eating food.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
don't know.
I don't recommend this. Talk to your doctor. Don't do nothing we're saying, but I did watch a whole documentary about this guy.
Wow.
I don't
Um,
like
That
Sounds
was his name was
miserable.
Steven.
I've never struggled with putting on weight and or taking it off just because of, I believe the discipline. It's not easy. It's
yeah.
just discipline.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's not that it's not your body. It's you. You just do it.
I've gone as far as to experiment with what I eat. Like, for example, I was always so hungry, but I was trying to lose weight. I made it a point to only eat one serving of whatever it is I was eating. So if it was
like
oatmeal,
one nutritional serving,
one
whatever
nutritional
it claimed
serving.
the serving was. Yeah.
I would eat
Yeah.
one packet of fucking oatmeal,
That dude,
one serving of chips.
And just so you guys know, a serving of food, whenever it says on the package, is not how much one sitting you should have. That's just a measurement. So
It's
one
based
serving
on-
is way less than
Yeah,
than
what is it?
But
It's based on a 2,400 calorie daily diet.
it'll
right?
say.
It's like
It'll
the
usually
general-
say on the thing based on 2,000 calorie diet. Whatever.
That's the
Well,
percent.
is-
That's the
Percentage.
of the nutrients is based on that.
Yeah.
It's not. That has
That's-
nothing to do with the serving size.
yeah.
Oh, really?
A serving
It'll
size.
say like a serving size is this many cookies. It'll
Right,
say
yeah.
3 cookies, and then it'll have all those percentages. The percentages are based on a 2,000 calorie diet. So out of your 2,000 calorie diet, this is 11% of what you need.
You need of your
okay,
daily
for
of your
that.
daily intake that you need.
I didn't know if they had the servings based on
Mm-mm.
No, servings will be different from brand to brand. They'll do serving sizes different so they don't
one
have
serving,
to
10 cookies.
so they don't have to claim certain things
Yep.
are in there. It's all half it's a damn facade.
Half of
Yeah.
it's just marketing stuff. But I have noticed. I've even looked it up, and there is no scientific thing about or no specific thing about what a serving is. For
Yep.
fruit, it's easy.
It's
a serving is a fruit, like
The
a
apple.
banana, a
Right.
apple, a kiwi. Those are all one serving. But when you get into like
A
vegetables,
strawberry, a blueberry. Does it go like that far? Or?
No,
I don't think so.
that, The smaller ones are like a cup.
Okay.
A cup will be a serving size.
Yeah.
But the point of me doing that was just, it was like a mind thing, just to more
See
of-
what you could do?
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I always had an issue of overeating. So only having that one serving, it would be a nuisance to go dig into another, whatever I wanted to go eat
Yeah.
and make that food and only a serving. So it's just kind
Just
of a
portion
discipline
portion
thing.
control, but just kind of an extreme of it, but still a
Mhm.
version of it. Yeah. Hard.
All in the effort to get me to stop eating so much. And
A
to lose
bag of
weight.
chips, for an example, a bag of chips, a serving would be like 4 chips or 5
Yeah.
chips, which is
More like
I've never
10 to
seen
12.
people. I've never seen people
I
do that.
assumed a serving of chips was the
The
bag.
bag? Yeah.
Nah, serving per container. It'll be like
I-
6.
We were doing a photo shoot the other day, and I opened up a bag of chips and salsa, and I had like 6, and then I go to the other room, and the whole container of salsa is gone by the time I come back, and I was
That's
pissed.
not true. Both containers of salsa were gone. It was empty, so I dumped the other one in there, and then we killed that too. I mean, there was 5 of us there.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
point is experiment with
I'm
your
pissed.
body and see what it can and can't do. It's the only body you have, I guess, until maybe quantum computing is finalized. But yeah, see what your body can do.
Be
You're saying
disciplined.
way too big of words.
Be disciplined.
That
That's
brings,
a different podcast.
If you
That's
want some
fine.
results, be disciplined. I've noticed I've had similar results, Steven. On that time when I was grinding, I would do intermittent fasting as well, and I would only eat for a few hours a day. It was like 4 hours a day, and it was after the gym. So I would come home from the gym that evening and eat a lot of shit. Still, mostly, for the most part, it was vegetables and meat, but I would still have, like, I would throw some pancakes in there once in a while. I would throw like a serving of bread in there or something because I was trying to get like enough calories, but I would not eat for 18 hours a day, and then work out at the very end of that fast would be my workout, and then would just eat whatever I wanted until I went to bed.
Dude, whenever
I am a
And that-
fan of. I
And
am a
that does
fan of
take a lot of discipline, but I did get very, very good results.
Yeah.
just changing up my eating habits makes the weight fall off me. But whenever I combined it with cardio, whether it's just like slow paced 45-minute cardio or HIIT training, high intensity interval training or whatever, dude, that weight just
burning
fell
calories,
off. And
Yeah.
and that's just a discipline thing. It's just
Well, that's what that one
Being
dude
consistent.
who's popping off right now, Sam Sulek or
Yeah,
whatever.
Sam Sulek.
He's popping off, and he's
He's a big
literally just
motherfucker.
breaking. He was like, his thing is does not matter what you eat. Eat McDonald's, for losing weight.
Yep.
It's
I was gonna
just
say
the
that.
macros, the calories, the amount of calories that you're eating versus the amount of calories that you're burning throughout the day.
I believe
Which
that.
isn't
If
even the
you're-
macros. It's just the calories.
Right. So
Yeah.
if you're just burning more calories than you're eating, you'll lose weight.
Which I think for just I don't know, from what I've seen, that might be, you're exactly right, short term. But when you get into the ingredients of these things and the long-term health effects,
yeah,
is a
yeah,
completely
yeah,
different
yeah,
story. Obviously, if you're eating McDonald's every day, the calories are the calories. The math is the math. Your body is going to metabolize stuff. Obviously, slightly different across the board for everybody. But as a rule of thumb, yeah, the math is the math. But in the long term, the ingredients and the effects of the ingredients that you're eating are definitely going to have, are going
Vicarious
to affect your
effects.
body for sure.
Yeah.
Affect your body for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
So yeah, of course, don't just go
Which
eating
is-
McDonald's.
The reason that, not the only reason, but I think like 90% of the reason that intermittent fasting is so effective for people, because if you're eating for 12 to 14 hours out of the day, you're gonna eat a lot more. If
Yep.
you're eating for 4 to 6 hours out of the day, you can eat as much as you possibly can and still not eat as much as if you were just snacking.
I don't
all
know,
day.
dude. There's this dude on TikTok. I can't remember his name.
Don't bring up a one outlier. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
He
You
dude,
get what
he
I'm
does
saying.
his live. He does a live for like 2 hours, and he only
Yeah.
eats 2 hours out of the day, and he eats like 4,500 calories
Yeah.
in 2 hours in like one sitting.
Right,
And
but
I
he's
think it's-
forcing it. But you
I
get what
think
I'm
it's
saying.
I think it's easier, Blakeston. You're absolutely right, because it's like if you give yourself I think us as humans, if we give ourselves a little bit of leeway, it's a lot easier to do the wrong thing. Whereas if you know I'm not gonna eat,
Yeah.
there's just nothing to it.
Yep.
You wake up, and I noticed that I would just have like a black coffee, and then a few hours later I have another black coffee, and it keeps you feeling good, and you slept good because you've engorged yourself before you went to bed last night, so you slept pretty good. But then you wake up and you just have like a little bit of coffee here and there.
Which if you don't know, having black coffee doesn't technically break your fast, so you're still doing your intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
And then if you just know, okay, I can't eat anything, that's an easy line to draw. If
Yeah.
your line is, okay, I can have a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and then you're
Yep.
trying to do it that way, you're having to balance a lot more variables that make just the discipline of it harder.
Yep.
What do you guys think about eating before bed? I've seen a lot of people talk about like when you eat before bed, you're trying to fall asleep and your body's digesting, so your body's not resting as well as it should.
Yep.
I've
Which
heard.
I personally have never even thought to like take note of a difference.
Yeah.
I did it that way. I have heard that, but I get much, much better workouts. I noticed when I would be at the end of a fast and workout, it'd be my best workouts of my life. I would be so focused, have such a good muscle-mind connection, have such a good pump, have like such clarity of mind being at the end of a fast, and eating after I was done with my workout.
How was your performance though? Like
good. The output was good. Once I got into it, it took
yeah.
some adjusting. It took a little bit of time to adjust, but I was getting stronger. I was getting in much better shape. My body was changing, and I felt good every single day. I remember feeling good every single day.
Which is crazy because when I work out fasted, I feel nauseous, sick.
Have you ever tried done it for like weeks in a row of like really testing it, or
No.
just out of curiosity?
No.
Yeah.
Because you felt like that, and you're like, "Fuck this."
I
Yeah.
don't want to deal with that.
I feel like I'll work out
Which is
after
fair.
I eat. It's a completely different vibe.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't really have the motivation to push myself right now and whatever. When I work out fasted, I feel a million times better.
Yeah. See, I'm the type that I have always had a naturally high metabolism. So if I want to put on weight, I can't. I usually do fast, which might be a reason why I'm like stay lean. Like I usually don't eat till noon or 1. You know, I do like a little 12-hour, or I guess like 14-hour fast typically. But if I want to put on weight, I have to eat at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I have to eat consistently like every 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just if I'm working out as well. If I'm my naturally high metabolism plus working out, I'm burning so many calories. I need to take in like 3,500 calories.
dude, having to eat that much is the worst. It just makes you want to.
It sucks,
yourself,
dude.
yeah.
It's so much food. You feel like I always feel like bloated all day, every day. But you know, if your goal is to put on weight, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
I've never noticed like the bloating or feeling bad. It's just the wanting to literally gag while you're eating the food, and that's the worst part for me
Yeah.
because I hate throwing up.
Mhm.
You gag on fitness?
I gag fitness.
Yeah. I think, well, just to finish that thought, because you asked about, I think you're right, Kyle. I think I have heard stuff about when you eat a lot right before you go to bed and how it affects your sleep. But it was, for me, I just had to pick what I wanted. I think I just had to choose when to break the fast. And that was most effective for my lifestyle, pretty much. And I got the best results. But of course, yeah,
It just goes to show, like, just find something that works for you and do it,
Yep.
because that might work for you and it might not work for me. Like Blakeston was saying, what works for you doesn't work for me, and vice versa. So it's just like figuring out that balance of diet, fitness, sleep that works the best for you, and then just sticking to it and being disciplined and sticking to that.
Yep.
What are you guys trying to do moving forward? What does fitness mean to you? I kind of expressed earlier, I'm trying to get in the best shape of my life once this rugby season
You want to
is
look
over.
like Hercules. I've heard you say it multiple times.
That's been my goal for the past probably like 5 years, is to just look to reach my potential of how good can I look and perform. Perform is also part of it regarding just overall athleticism and capabilities and being able to move shit or do shit or move my body, jump higher, run faster, just be able to perform athletically as well as look like $1,000,000. I want to see what I can do, and I've never been able to reach my potential because exclusively because of rugby, pretty much. Rugby and injuries is always setbacks, and I feel
Which
like
go hand in hand.
yeah. Unfortunately, they do if you're a soft body like I am. But yeah, I want to reach my genetic potential over the next, probably it's going to be a 2 to 3 year endeavor if I had to guess. What are you guys trying to do with fitness in the near and distant future?
I mean, for right now, I'm pretty much just working out for rugby. I mean, I'll sprinkle in a little bit of like powerlifting and bodybuilding. The end goal is to do like bodybuilding, not competitively, but to just
See what you can
look
do.
good. Pretty much just look like a fucking Super Saiyan. But I mean, at the moment, just because lack of time and being an athlete, I just work on mobility and flexibility and core strength.
Stability.
So I don't really work too much on anything else. Like like heavy squats, I almost never do anymore.
Yeah.
We used to
Which
back in
I
the
do
day.
a lot of
was your
unilateral.
thing.
I do a lot of unilateral work just to be mobile and keep my body young and active.
Yeah.
Steven and I tandem squatted 800 pounds once.
Oh, man. Jay says this is his last season.
Yep.
For you, how long do you plan on doing rugby?
At least next season.
I
He
don't
texted.
have. I just do whatever I want to do. I mean, and
Well,
I
at
keep on
least next
wanting to play
season.
rugby. And
You texted me and we talked about it.
yeah, I'm definitely
He
gonna
needs
play
a
next
firm
year.
commitment. I can tell by the voice. Can you
No,
confirm or deny?
we already talked about it. He
Yeah.
said that I have to start next season because he's burning out on rugby.
Oh, no, not burning out. Just it's
Not-
I'm just.
It's not as much of a priority.
Yeah, it's
or
going down on the
however you-
priority list because of everything I got going on. But
So we're gonna start.
Yeah, I'm
together
gonna play
season,
next
'cause
year.
Chase is quitting, so I have a spot now.
and we're gonna drag Chase along, so stay tuned for that.
I will not be there.
The reason
don't
we're making
remember
this
where I was
joke
going.
is Chase has said he's gonna quit for like 3 years in a row and keeps coming back, so we keep making this joke.
You never know
But
until you know.
I think this
Yeah.
is the last season for him.
But we'll see you next year.
What about you, Blakeston, for rugby? If
Hold on,
Steven
long term.
quits,
I want to look good as an old man. I want
Yeah.
to look fit. I want to beat. I want to have
Check.
an active, strong, healthy body when I'm old. I want to be able to touch my toes.
You look good as an
And
old man.
whatnot.
Good job.
Oh,
that
I'm not old
was
yet.
the
Hold
check.
on.
I got it.
I want to be a gray old man, but have like a six pack and good biceps, quads pumped out. I want to
Yeah.
look young. I want to have a young looking body whenever I'm
Yeah.
old, and not necessarily be the strongest or fastest by any means, but just look good and have a mobile, flexible body.
Yeah.
Capable body.
My long-term goals are just I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy that even whenever I fall off for a little bit and I go back in there, just the grind and pushing myself. And I enjoy knowing that pretty much anytime I'm in a gym, I'm working harder than almost anyone in there. I like going to new gyms and squatting heavy weight and random people.
I see you
looking
whip it out
over
and lay it on the
Showing
table
off.
when we go to a new gym.
and people like being, coming over, giving compliments just because it's been something I've worked very hard at to be very good at. So I think I just enjoy the process of working really hard and reaping those rewards. For me, long term, I also want to keep getting better at rugby. It's something that these guys talk about dedicating a lot of time to and have been doing for a long time. I only started like 3 years ago, so I am still relatively new and learning and getting better, so I don't know if there's potential for me to go play for an amateur team overseas or go experience other things or keep getting better with the team, with the Blues that we play with now, or, who knows. So that'd be fun.
So you're gonna plan on playing rugby even after these guys are gone?
Yeah.
Hell yes, brother.
It's way too that for like, obviously I have a similar thing as Chase where it does, cause an impact on my fitness goals and things like that. But that's not what's stopping me. What's stopping me is my other dedication. There's plenty of times where I'm sitting at home where I could be at the gym, and that if I use that as my limiting factor, there's a million other things I could be doing and working harder on. So,
What does that dog do? I've never seen
What
her
the dog
come up here
doing?
like that.
but just to get better at rugby and keep doing athletic movements and grow old. Be
Kyle,
strong.
when are you going to fix your fucking life?
Ain't
when
no
I-
fixing it now. Ain't no
maybe-
going back. He just got married.
Maybe when I start feeling it. I don't know. When I start putting on weight, or when I start feeling old, joints start hurting. I don't know. I mean, I would like to. I don't know.
You tried
Yeah,
to put
I
on
really
weight.
don't know. It's
You
a-
tried to put on weight last week. You drank 3 or 4 beers every night, and it didn't work.
He did. He was dead serious. Hey, I've been trying to put on the weight. I've been drinking 3 or 4 Modelo's a night. He was dead serious. You fucking idiot. Kyle.
Speaking of that, I feel like I could be playing rugby for the next 10 years. I still
Yeah.
feel like young and good like I did whenever I was 18. I don't feel much different.
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of injuries and whatnot. Luckily, I'm durable.
Sure
I
do
feel
get
like I
sick
could
a lot
play.
now, though.
You say that all of a sudden when I'm sick for the first time in 2 years.
It's been like 2 weeks, so I don't know what else to say.
It's not true, dude. It's been like 3 weeks.
It's been like
yeah.
a month. Yeah.
Even longer.
But yeah, I want to continue to feel young and healthy like I am now. I mean, I was about to go on a tangent. I won't do that. But yeah, I want to stay young and healthy for as long as I can, which playing
Go ahead,
rugby
sorry.
would be, if I could keep playing rugby, that'd be freaking sick.
And my favorite quote, well, one of my favorite quotes, Socrates said, "It's a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty of which his body is capable." And I think that that's pretty cool because we do only have one body. We only, we can spend our time. We can spend our time. We can spend our time, just doing things that make us happy in that moment, or we can spend our time pushing ourselves and really being able to achieve things. And
Why
and,
fucking not? Just
and-
do it.
And that is why I like to feel the things I feel whenever people compliment me on my squat or whatever, or doing good at rugby. It's because there's a lot of time behind the scenes stuff that goes into that you know, you reap the rewards of in that moment, but it's hours and hours and weeks and of time and energy. It's pretty cool.
Fuck
Pretty
yeah,
cool.
baby.
Oh my god.
I think we should open up a gym eventually if we can.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
It would
That'd be fucking
it
gangster,
would be
dude.
fucking fun. Even with me not working out, that would be fun.
Yeah.
You would
can
just
go
be
there and hang
surrounded.
out.
Yeah, you'd be surrounded by weights.
Yeah,
You'd
if-
eventually lift one.
If we were doing the podcast at the gym, I would eventually just lift one.
You'd have
You
to.
lift a weight or two.
I'll put the weights in your way, so you have to move them out of your way to do the podcast.
That's a rep.
That is the medium-term goal, actually.
Dude,
Oh
you
my
gotta
God,
stop.
dude.
Dude,
stop
my
it,
throat
bro.
is like on fire.
God, you're
It is
frightening me.
a medium-term goal for us to start a gym, actually, and we're
Yeah.
going to use, hopefully, the funds from this sexy mover calendar to kickstart that.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice, dude. If we could, I've thought about this a lot, and that fitness is the variable in my life that has brought the single biggest change and amount of happiness to me. I mean, honestly, more than my family and daughter and everything, like, which makes me incredibly happy. And obviously, I love my family and daughter to death. But as a single thing, dude, fitness has brought me an immense amount of joy.
You wouldn't be able
And
to be the father and the brother.
1,000,000%.
The woman you are.
The
Dude, and the
baby
woman
daddy without fitness.
For real, it's like that when you're working out and it's just you and a hard set and a hard little miniature goal that you have to overcome right then and there, there's two types of ways to go about it. You could just think, oh, it's just me right here, nobody's watching, nobody's here, I can just be done. Or you get into the habit of overcoming that tiny little hurdle, putting everything you can into that last set, and when you finish what you know you needed to finish, which I've noticed in my head, I would say probably like 99% of the time, I just do that thing rather than give up, which feels good because in that moment, you learn something about yourself. You learn, and so many more life lessons, so many more answers or revelations are brought to you by putting yourself in that trench and forcing yourself to go through that difficult thing intentionally. And you don't even realize what you're learning. You just think you're there working out and you're fucking pissed off because working out sucks. But then you get home and you get cleaned up and you feel good and you're like, and you just have like,
You accomplish something.
you accomplish something. And so many things come from intentionally leaning into difficult situations, overcoming those difficult situations on your own accord. And yeah, it's taught me more about being a brother, being a baby daddy, being a father, being a good friend, and has helped me learn and brought me so much more happiness than anything else that,
Yeah.
being able, if we could open up a gym and share that with other people, allow people to live a better life because they come to our space and fitness, perfect. That's a fucking dream, dude.
And I
Go
don't
ahead.
get I don't understand, and don't take this the wrong way if you don't work out, but what do people
Hey.
do with their time? What do people do with their time? If I ever
Video
go on a
games.
spurt of like not working out for a couple days, I kind of like feel like I'm don't know what to do with some of my time each evening, or like I don't know. It's weird to me to understand or to think about people that don't work out. They fill their time with like learning
Kids.
and being smart
Dude,
and
it's
stuff.
You don't have a kid, so I mean, there's several hours a day right there. You know what I mean?
It's an
There's
Kids.
plenty of people
addiction.
that don't have kids that don't work out.
It's an addiction to
Yeah.
me
Well,
at
I'm
this
just talking
point.
for the people who do have kids. A lot of that time
Yeah.
is filled with kids.
Kids,
Yeah,
For
that's
for the average adult, it's kids.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it like all comes back to is like time management is
100%.
a lot of people have a lot of things going on, and most people have
Yeah.
things going on in their lives that most people don't know about, and they're
I just don't
they're
have any
dealing with that kind of
hobbies.
stuff.
Well, hold on,
Yeah.
because most people
Hobbies, yeah.
don't have things going on at 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, and they can get it done.
Right.
AM
yeah, they
and
could
in the
make-
morning.
A.m. in the morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I had to double down on
But
that
no,
one.
and not that isn't meant to be disparaging or anything. It's more of when I don't work out. If I have a slew of not working out, I definitely find myself like, what do I do with my time? I'm usually doing something right now. I'm what should I be doing?
For me,
And a
it's-
little misconception is like I invited my sister and she one time and she was just like, oh, if I got to do this and this, and then if I get it done, then yeah, I'll have time. And then the thing about fitness is, as with anything else, you have to make the time.
Yeah.
Every day you could fill it up with stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't make the time to go to the gym or to do an at-home workout, if you don't make that time to be for that, you're just not going to do it. So
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, if I have time, I'll do it. It's like, well,
We do the opposite. I've noticed we'll always say like, I'll try and do that if I have time after the gym or if
Yep.
I
you have to make it a
which
priority.
is, kind of the goal there.
if I'm not lifting or working out at least every other day, dude, I'm in my own head just talking shit. I've always had like a strong connection, like inner voice or two on some crazy shit where it's just
Waiting
like
there arguing with himself.
I'm feeling, yeah, I can literally
No,
argue
that's
with
just you and
myself
Alex, dog.
in my head. And I'm just getting down on
He's
myself.
got Steven
dude.
and Alex on his shoulders.
And I feel like shit. Not physically feel like shit, but mentally, I just feel like I'm worthless that I'm not working out and making myself better.
Yeah.
It's on some addictive shit.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah, well, let's wrap this up with some like what are your favorite reoccurring gym jokes that happen when we go to the gym?
I made this up a few years ago. This is my joke that I've noticed people take.
Probably my joke.
That I'll find the biggest dude and I'll make him take his headphones off and I'll thank him for letting me work out at his gym.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm like, hey, thanks for letting me
works.
work out at your gym, dog. And they're always confused, like, what? Like, I'm in the middle of my. No, I'll wait till he's done with the set, of course. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, this is your gym. I can tell by one look that this is your gym, and
Or
I appreciate you
somebody-
allowing us
Yep.
to be here. But I'll be aggressive and forceful with it, so it's kind
I've
of a weird.
witnessed-
We almost got
Witness-
beat up in a locker room because he did that once in a locker room
Oh
when
my
we were out
God.
of town.
Or if somebody lifts heavy weight or works really hard, we say, oh, you took all the gains. What am I
Right.
supposed to do?
Or-
Save some gains for the rest of us.
Or if I'm leaving the gym, I'll make a joke to somebody walking in talking about you going in there. Don't waste your time going in there. Ain't not one gain left to be had in there. I already took them all.
I've noticed the also the one of the inviting the front desk people in. We got legs today. And
Let's go. Are you
let's
coming to
go,
work out? And then
trying
like,
to, no.
I'm like, what? You working? Oh, you're
How many
working.
times has that worked
Hold on.
out for you where they've come and worked out with you?
A couple times.
that's
It's
more
definitely
so,
worked out a few.
That's more so a technique to gain rapport with them.
Yeah.
To
So
get
you
free
can
entry.
Get the friends
get
in.
freebies
To get the
and-
nephews in.
Trust,
Yeah.
we got systems.
You just be friendly as fuck to them, but I have way more than once. They'll be like, yeah, I'm getting off in 30 minutes. I'll come over there. They don't want to, but they'll come over there and work. It's
Yeah.
happened probably like legitimately half a dozen times.
The good old fashioned distraction at the front desk where there was one time we went into a gym here in Kansas City and Steven didn't have his ID to get in, didn't have a membership and didn't have his ID to get in. So I gave him my ID. I had a membership. I went in, scanned it. Steven gave him my ID.
With the
And
same name.
Same name, same everything. We're just throwing words at him left, right, the third. He didn't know
Yeah,
what was
cracking
going
jokes.
on. Looking, didn't know what
He
was
was
going
like,
on.
oh, yeah, you were already here. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I'm just coming back.
Yeah, he was like, oh, you already came in today.
Because it showed that he checked in already. He said, oh, you've already been here today. Good on you. And it was the guy it was Kyle who walked in 4 seconds ahead of him. Oh, you're doing that? Good for you, dog.
I just had to go grab my bag. That's all.
It's funny. Dude, that is hilarious. Yeah, just being friendly with him. Yeah. I remember. I
Just
was
good
there.
old fashioned shenanigans is what
It was
my
so
favorite part about the
street
gym.
smart.
It was so dumb that I refused to believe that what I thought happened. I was over by the steps. I was like, no way he doesn't. I thought it was him going like,
Joking.
oh, I'm with
Yeah.
you guys. Like, oh, you already been here today. That's what it says in the system. And no, he was lost.
Yeah, he was lost. We had to go into the locker room, confirm everything that everybody had picked up about the situation, and then come to the conclusion like, yeah, he was lost. He didn't
was
know
lost.
what had happened. We didn't know what had happened except for that we had gotten Steven in for free. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was not too long ago.
it was a couple months ago, I think.
Yeah. So let us know, you guys. We're gonna post this on Patreon. Obviously, it's gonna be posted across all anywhere and everywhere you can find podcasts. But let us know how has fitness impacted your life. Get the discussion going because I want to know what have you found that works for you if you're trying to make a change. If you've gone through a radical transformation, leave some comments on YouTube and Patreon. Love to hear from you guys and engage with you guys. Make sure you guys follow us across all the socials.
If you want to
And-
support your boys and don't know how, get you a sexy mover calendar. Whether it's if you get yours to get yours, or if you get yours to support us in opening a new gym.
Yeah, and it's a great gift. It honestly is a great gift. If you have somebody in your life who would be attracted to sexy movers hanging up on their wall or tucked away in their nightstand for nightly use, then yeah, it's a good gift. So make sure you go pre-order your sexy movie calendar. Should be shipping out.
It's a good gag gift if you're into that.
Yeah, baby.
If you're into gagging, it's a good gift for that. But yeah, love you all to death. Thank you. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you soon.
Love you guys.
See ya.
Boy.
Hey, go work out.